We're gonna get it, so let's back out. Nice black shield. That you just saved Jinx right there. Right there, you just turned that whole fight around. If Jax would have been there, that would have been much better, or Kale would have been there, but you just saved that whole fight right there with that beautiful black shield. Good job. Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Learn Together. I'm your host, Kingmaker. Thank you for joining us. Today we have Soba. They are back on the show after, I can't remember how long. It's been a good little while. But with that being said, last time they were on, they were Plat 3 Braum. I'm not sure exactly what they are this season. I couldn't see. We're at the start of the video. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be able to utilize the mini-map as much as I would like to. The file wouldn't download, so I wasn't able to run the show the exact same way that I normally do. With that being said, I really wanted to get back to trying some of these back on my own because it feels like I was relying on other people more than actually relying on myself. So I know we're going to start an E start or a third skill start, which you typically don't want to do on Morgana. You want to use the tide pool or the burning, I can't remember what it's called, to zone control, provide damage down onto both targets. So with that being said, let's get into the show. So you're going to walk up here and you're going to drop a ward in the pixel brush. Ideally, I would like to see that ward go over towards raptors. This way you spot out the enemy jungler just in case. If we were playing against a Rakan or a Thresh, I would potentially start your third skill. But since we're not, it makes no sense. Unless you were worried about early crowd control in level 1. At this point, you could probably walk forward and put down some harassment. Remember that if a character is auto-attacking, that means they're locked in that animation, so that's when you can free hit. So if they're auto-attacking a minion, make sure you poke them for free. That's why you typically want to start your W. This way you make them walk around the pool on the ground, so it just messes with them a little bit more. It throws them off their game. They have to walk around, they have to dodge the damage. It's really strong zone control. So you can auto attack the back minions, especially since Jinx is just pushing. Okay. There you go. Make them walk around. Don't let them just stand there for free. Get some damage down. At this point, I probably wouldn't drop it on Senna. I'd probably be trying to drop it on Jhin. That was a good binding. They have to back off and miss minions. That's why it was a good binding. Alright, they blew heal. That's a really good... So they blow heal, so you traded their heal for their flash, and it looks like they're potentially going back, so that's going to be a great start for us because we can push this out and match the recall timing, and Jhin has to stay. And if you can make it back to lane before he leaves, you're coming back with a stronger set of items than the both of them, so technically the power is in your balance, or the power balance is in your favor. So hopefully the enemy jungler does not show up. But at this point, I'm looking at shoving in the wave, especially since we have a cannon wave, and getting back and buying because we're sitting on items. Nice. Yep. Ping back and just go back to base and buy. You can lay that pool down on those back minions. There you go. That was almost had him. We could have picked up a kill there, but that's okay. We don't see the jungler on the mini map. Jin and Senna probably backed, so what we need to do is you need to auto attack these and shove these in and get back to the base yourself. Okay, we're down 0-2, so that's not the greatest start to have. I'm not sure why you walked forward there. Maybe it was a slip of the finger. Vi's top side going for Scuttle Crab. Are we going to get a kill here? No, we didn't. Okay, that was kind of a waste on Jinx's part. Top turret is under attack. If you would have helped push that last wave in, we wouldn't have to worry about these minions dying at our tower. Okay, we're taking a lot of damage. Okay, let's go back. So let's talk about what just happened there. When you cast a skill on a champion, nothing happens other than you hitting the champion or missing the champion. But when you auto attack a champion, the minions will turn and aggro onto you. So watch what happens. We actually fight while we're getting attacked by all these minions. So we're taking free damage, and anybody will tell you do not fight underneath or in the middle of a minion wave. So we give up a 2-for-1 and really all that came down to is just fighting inside that minion wave. There we go. Yep. Don't even address it. Okay, I think Jax is dead. Yep. Jax got caught out. That doesn't help. So what do we do at this point? We're tilted because we're typing. Good that you erased it. That's not going to help anybody in this situation. We need to get vision. Jinx will be perfectly fine farming this out. I'm looking at you getting vision over the wall in the river. Just in case Vi returns. So how do we deal with being tilted in the middle of a game? It's really hard. It's really hard, but you got to breathe. Once you take a deep breath, take another, and then another, and then another, and get your head back in the game. I know we're down 1-5, and that happens. It happens all the time. I will tell you that I was down 1 and I think 1-8 in the last game that I just played today. The enemy team was Caitlyn and Ziggs bot lane, so every time I would just get poked out as Kai'Sa, and I think I gave up 3 kills because of positioning. I wasn't expecting Ziggs to land every single bomb, but we turned the game around. I didn't get MVP, but I got Visionary, so I think I got an A score, but I kept calm. I knew that we could scale for late game, and we actually turned what was a terrible early game into a pretty good stomp. So at this point, you got to reset your focus. Play your game. Don't play the enemy's game, because right now you're playing the enemy's game and they're winning. Walk down and get vision right there in the river or on dragon. It's good. We're back up 3-5 now. It feels a little bit better. It's a little bit easier to breathe. Drop a pool in the middle of the minions. Push them in. Go get vision on dragon. Oh wait, we can't. I apologize.
My broken heart still beats.
Okay. So right now we're wasting time just standing here. We either need to go down and try to get our eyes on dragon and make sure no one's there, um, or potentially be resetting as well, or look at rotating middle to shove the late wave in there. Don't be afraid to last hit either. So to give you some advice for last hitting, because this is something that's really hard, especially if you don't do it a lot, the trick is with your melee minions, you're going to hit them once, let the tower hit them twice, and then you hit last hit. With the ranged casters, I believe it is the turret hits twice and then you last hit. Don't quote me. I'm 90% sure that's how that works, but I'm going off the top of my head. Last hitting under tower is extremely hard and nerve-wracking. Nice binding. Good, good. Ignite. You should ignite. Ignite. There we go. Free kill. Nice. Alright. Just block Jinx. Block for Jinx. Okay, he missed everything. Good. I see you subscribed to Outsider. Outsider's awesome. Alright, so we're 6-6. We tied it up. Feels good now. Feels really good. Look at your minimap and go help Jax. So let's go back. Let's analyze. Jax is on Dragon with no vision. We pick up the kill. We should immediately push this out and go to Dragon. Once we dodge all this, finish this and go to Dragon. So Jax is just there alone. Jin's wandered down to attack him, so it's just Jax and Jin. I don't know exactly how Jax dies, but that he didn't have to die if we would have went down, so that's just paying attention to the map. Now we notice and we've gone down, but it's a little bit too late. Good black shield or we would have died there. It's okay. Good. Well, not good. We died, but that's bad, obviously. But we got the return kill at least. Remember, Senna is an AD carry, and she does hurt. Right, so we lose our first tower. At this point, I am not going top lane. I'm going to let Jinx solo farm and get the experience to try to get back into the game. I'm going mid and staying with the team. Potentially following the jungler, because if you, the jungler, show up bot lane, Galio can follow and turn that into a 4v1. Okay. We just get caught out. We have no vision, so let's run back. If you look on the minimap, we have no vision of where anyone is. We see TF and we see Jin. At this point, we need to not be here. Very, very risky. So I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. They could be in base. We don't know, and that's the threat. You want to eliminate as many possible risks as you can. And since we don't have any vision, even though we have a trinket ward in our inventory, we definitely need to be back. Once Galio gets caught out, okay, Galio backed and we didn't. We got caught out. He goes back in to try to save you. Unfortunately, you're pretty squishy, so you die quick, and he might potentially die here. Yeah, neither of you should have been in that position. Who's that? Jax? Okay. Go figure. He was probably tilted from that dragon and just logged out. Okay, Jinx got the tower. Just drop a pool mid wave, and potentially look at going bot lane with Galio. and Kale.
Truth is a
Let
dark
mid lane push in, let Jinx rotate down and capture that mid lane wave. And you help shove out bot wave. You and Kale might be able to take that and keep you in the game.
Danger. Middle turret is under attack.
I would say if you had a jungler that scuttle crabs up,
broken
but
heart still beats.
shield, you should have black shield as soon as you saw Vi. Nice. Good job. Yeah, but as soon as you saw Vi, especially when she started charging her first ability, you should have definitely black shielded. You don't need to be here. You land a binding, yes, but we're so low that if that card would have hit you, you probably would have been dead. And we baited Galio to continue when he probably should have backed.
Home, a place that never
Looks like Jax is back. Kale needs to back off this tower, especially if they all roll down there. Okay, Fiora's going back. Herald's coming up in 15 seconds and we don't have any vision. No one's pinging to move towards Herald. You got to make sure you're pinging. There you go. But wrong objective, because Herald's going to come up. Okay. Yep, don't walk anywhere near mid lane right now, as far as going past the river.
we are shaped by our foes.
Much safer to go down this way. Drop a pool on right by tower and walk away. Yep, good job.
The enemy team has slain the Rift
That's
Herald.
okay. The chances are we knew they were going to get it, so let's back out. Nice black shield. That you just saved Jinx right there. Right there. You just turned that whole fight around. If Jax would have been there, that would have been much better. Or Kale would have been there. But you just saved that whole fight right there with that beautiful black shield. Good job.
Slain. Enemy is legendary.
Jax can go dragon, potentially, but Vi will be back up.
Attack the dragon.
Alright, Kale gets bot tower, Jax gets mid tower.
Attack the dragon.
Okay, we're swinging back around.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Let's go back and look. Let's go back and watch.
Triple.
Granted, we lost the objective, but we won that fight. Let's scoot forward a little bit. I'll show you the exact moment that the fight changed.
The enemy team has slain the Rift Herald.
Right here, right here. Can't do anything. She's able to get out. She's able to get out. Galio goes in. You pop your ultimate. Yep. That black shield saved your AD carry long enough for them to lay enough damage down for everybody to come in and clean up. So right there, when Vi went in, was when you guys won the fight.
Enemy slain.
Let's move back forward. Okay, so Dragon's the objective. I don't know if she sees. I don't think so. Don't be afraid. Y'all are strong. Kale's here.
Truth is a dark mirror.
There you go. Oh, that was nice. Everybody needs to turn on Senna. It's okay. We're scaling. We've got Kale, so there's always hope. Kale and Jax. One thing we don't want to do is overstay. And at this point, we might have overstayed. Okay, awesome. Awesome. You are killing it with these bindings. Alright, Jinx needs to back. You need to back. You need to ping Jinx back. There's no point for her being there. Fiora's going to respawn soon.
My broken heart still beats.
I don't know what you're apologizing for. You're killing it. You might have took a kill, but that's okay. Kill securing. State of the map. Baron's going to spawn next. Dragon's going to be mountain. We're at a point where we are so far ahead. Good. Use crit up. Use chat for what it should be used for, setting up strategy. I will say this is much different than when we're going to send our first message. We were going to send a message that said this so effing something. I'm not 100% sure, but you could tell it was toxic. We were down 1-4, 1-5. You can tell we were tilted. But now that we've came back, the mindset is back on point. So with a swing like that, we're definitely still going to want to control ourselves. It's great to come back and feel great. It's a big rush to come back, and it's going to feel really good, but we still have to stay calm and level-headed. The game's not over yet, so definitely good use of chat. So if anybody's out there watching this, that's how you use chat. You set it up for future plans. However, I will say, instead of just please take next drag, obviously we know that's the objective. That's what we're going to want to do. Give some feedback of how we're going to do it. Say, hey, let's ward around dragon around 30 seconds, maybe a minute before it spawns. This way we have vision. Ward in the spots that I showed you previously on either side of the enemy red. This way you can see when they're coming in. And set up a little bit more of a plan than just, hey, let's take next drag, because everybody should know that basic plan. But good use of pings. Jax is going ham. That's okay. Okay, cool. TF was almost dead. I think he's dead here. Yep, back off. Ping everybody back. Just back off. Just run.
Enemy missing.
If you look on the minimap, you see Scuttle Crab. That needs to be a priority for Dragon Vision. They can't go Baron, so we don't really need to worry about Baron Vision at this current moment, but that Scuttle Crab is important.
Never leaves you. Pain is grace.
Same concept. Not necessarily ping the dragon, but ping the Scuttle Crab, but it's probably gone now that we see Fiora coming out of the river.
My broken heart still beats.
There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, we're in a split push comp with Kale, so we need to either group as 4 and kind of fight, just bluff long enough for Kale to push some towers and get some damage down, and then rejoin us when we have the momentum swinging against them. So yeah, they took Scuttle Crab, Fiora took Scuttle Crab. Dragon's coming up in about 35 seconds.
My broken heart still beats.
Two options. We either attempt it and we turn and fight, or we kind of ARAM it a little bit more. We definitely don't want to go for it with the jungler being alive still, and we don't want to coin flip it. Potentially waiting until the Scuttle Crab vision runs out, that would definitely help, which it just did. No one has a sweeper, so we're just kind of standing here trying to catch somebody out. But they have vision, so this is very risky. Okay, cool. Nice pick. Nice pick. Something that I want you to do, instead of buying rocket boots, I want you to buy, oh boy, Jinx barely made it out. Instead of buying rocket boots, I want you to buy Zhonya's, because the chains from the ultimate will persist through Zhonya's, so you can flash into the enemy team, pop your ultimate and use Zonya's at the same time, and they cannot get away. Well, they can get away, but they can't negate it. It's not negated by Zonya's. Okay. Tower and either in or out. Preferably out. Instead of just trying to back, take the jungle on the way out. Take the blue buff. Take the Scuttle Crab on Baron. Get the vision on that. Drop a ward right where Jinx dropped her traps at.
Place that never.
2, 4, and 17. That's hell of a score line. That shows how much you are in the team fights. You were 19 out of 25 kills.
Enemy slain.
Nice, Baron. Go Baron immediately.
To love is to be bound.
Ping Jax. Make sure he comes. Yep, turn and fight. Turn and fight. You guys win. Go mid and end the game.
Pain must be felt.
Attack the turret. On my way.
You have Baron. You have pushing minion wave. Just go mid and end the game.
To love is to be bound.
Killing spree.
Okay, so that was your first game Morg, apparently. Start W next time. So, yeah, the decisive call right there would have been just run and end everybody. But that's okay. It's hard to make that decision when it's a split decision like that. This game looked good. This game looked really good. It looked good because it shows you're mechanical. It shows you know when to place a black shield on your AD carry. That was that exact moment when you guys solidified the game, was when you black shielded Jinx and managed to save her life, and then you popped your ultimate and you picked up helped pick up 4 of them. So that was the exact moment when I would say research your champion a little bit more. Understand what the champion does. Focus on your zone control, fight for brush control in your top lane or your bottom lane, depending on where you're at. If you can stay hidden in the brush, then you have the element of surprise, which means you have one more advantage over the enemy team. Don't be afraid to shove the wave in or attack the back minions. Remember on learning how to last hit under tower just in case your AD carry is not there. Practice that. Go into the practice tool and practice how to last hit as a support. It's a little bit harder, but it's definitely worth it, and it'll only make you better if you end up playing an AD carry or a farming role, like a top laner or support, mid laner. Other than that, the game was solid. Good job. I'm proud of you. You did really good. I'm glad. What I'm really glad about is that the initial mental, you didn't have. It was going bad. It was going down really quick, and you managed to be big enough to delete that text message or the message in chat and say, I'm not going to put the toxicity out there. I'm going to hold my tongue. I'm going to get my head in this game, and we're going to win this. And that's exactly what you did. And then after that, the message was a lot better. So with that being said, I hope this helps. You're free to reach out to me anytime you want advice or anything. So I guess I'll see you on the Rift.